Hey, hey, hey. How's it going, family? It's Erica from Excel with Erica. Today I thought we could talk about what makes you tick. Do you even know what makes you tick? I think it took me a really long time to figure out the things that I was really passionate about. I think in terms of growing up, we kind of maneuver through life, and if your childhood is challenging in any way, which I think is most people these days, you don't necessarily know how to maneuver through life and enjoy things, right? The little things, because you're too busy living life in survival mode. So then when you become an adult, you're kind of stuck in the same space that you were when you were younger, right? Because you're tunnel vision. You only know how to do things in the way that you do until either A, something in your life shifts so significantly it causes you to re-evaluate what you're doing and change, or someone teaches you a different way to do things, right? For me, I think I lived in a very sheltered childhood, and I really didn't know much about anything. And then I joined the military, and I think what continued to keep me in the same sheltered space to a degree is in the military, you do things a certain way. And you don't really veer outside of those lanes. You have a path and you don't question it and you keep moving forward. And I understand the importance of that because in the military, to be successful, you have to work towards certain missions, goals, and it has to be done a specific way. So I did that for 24 years. I didn't question authority. I just kind of did what was expected of me, and I did it very well. And then as I continued to age, I continued to live my life in the same space. Don't question things, just do what's expected of me or what I think is expected of me, and try to be the most successful I can in terms of being married, being a mom. And of course, I only did it in the way that I knew how based on the way that I was raised and the experiences that I experienced, right? And it wasn't until after I retired from the military and then I um, worked for the government for a little bit, and I just felt like I was still stuck in the same space. You wake up every day, you do the same thing, you don't question authority, you do what's expected of you, and that's your life. And while that works great for some people, and it did for me for a very long time, one day I just kind of woke up. I think I was surrounded by people who helped me to question all of that. I think one person in particular really kind of helped me to see life in ways that I never knew was possible. And in that space, it made me wonder what else was available to me, what else was there, and how can I get there? And I'm really grateful to this person because had I not met them, I would have never been able to kind of close my eyes and think that I can live my life and I can be different. And in learning how to change my mindset, I was able to change myself in ways that I think is more positive. For instance, um, I left my government position and I moved closer to home and to an entirely different location. I had no friends, no family close by. It was very hard. I experienced a lot of challenges, loss, disappointment, sadness, grief. Um, I was scared. I was unsure. I questioned everything about myself. And I think in that space, I mean, I went through a lot of other things that I won't talk about here, but I really felt like I had to build myself from the bottom up again. And in that space, I could have either like completely just gave up I could have been a very angry person. I could have just been a jerk, like a lot of people do once they've been hurt, um, or their life has shifted in such a significant way and they're not sure how to rebuild. Instead, I decided that I was going to rebuild myself from the inside out, and I started going to therapy. And while going to therapy, I was doing everything that I could to try to get to know who I was. It was during COVID as well, so we were kind of all separated from the world. During this time, I literally would get in my car and drive. Sometimes I was like so lost, alone, scared, sad. I lost my mom and I lost my brother. And like I just felt like couldn't breathe at times. And I didn't know what to do with that, or how to keep moving forward. But during COVID, I just got in my car one day and I started to drive and kept driving until I was tired enough to stop. And I found beautiful settings throughout where I live and surrounding states. I found a love for hiking. I found a love for exploring. I found a love for adventuring. I found a love for the most simplest things in life: a beautiful sunset, chasing a waterfall, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset, chasing old covered bridges, train tracks, watching trains whiz by you. I mean, the simplest things in life kind of re energized me, kind of woke everything up inside of me that I felt died. And in that space, I found the things that excite me, that move me, that make me tick. So I ask you, what is it that makes you tick? Because I think it's really important. Whether you're in a challenging space in your life, whether you're in a space of regrowth, whether you're in a space of recognizing you want more, but you're not quite sure how to get there, I think it's really important to find other things that you can do to keep you motivated, to keep moving forward. And for me, while I was going through therapy, dealing with past traumas, which is not easy to do, chasing a waterfall, finding a beautiful sunrise or a beautiful sunset, um, or taking photos of flowers that I've seen my entire life but never took the time to see, like really see, helped to balance my insides while I was healing myself. And I found that in this space now, if I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I feel like I'm not as balanced as I need to be inside, I can run to the things that help me feel safety, security, happiness, contentment. And it's the simplest things. I mean, it doesn't cost money at all. It's important to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And you can do that for yourself in very inexpensive ways. There's no reason for us to spend our entire life in spaces where we are not living our best life, our happiest life, our most fulfilled life. Perhaps as children, we don't have the tools to do that. And even as adults, to some degree, we might not have the tools to do it because we didn't see people in our surrounding life do the same. But we have the opportunity, we have the right, we have the capability of finding the appropriate people, the appropriate tools to help us grow so that we can find the things in life that really mean something to us, that help us to be passionate and happy and level and balanced and excited. But you have to be willing to do the work. Sometimes you want to do the work, but you don't know where to start, right? I was there. And that it's in those places where it's important to find people who can help you. And for me, that's one of the main reasons why I created Excel with Erica. I wanted to help people find ways that they can tick in a very positive way, that they can move forward and live their best life and be happy and content, find the loves of their life, find the jobs they've always wanted, create the business they wanted, improve relationships with their children, with their family, with friends, with coworkers, whatever it is. I think we all have the right, we all deserve, and we all have the opportunity to make a better life for ourselves. The question is, how do you do it? And if you don't know how to do it, what's wrong with asking for help? There's never anything wrong with asking for help. And when you do, it allows you to find a space where you can finally be at peace. So I ask you, what is it that makes you tick? And if you don't know what it is that makes you tick, maybe on that drive to work or picking up the kids from daycare or school, maybe you can take the time to turn the music off and think about, what is it that makes me happy? What is it that I can do so I don't lose myself while I'm taking care of my partner or my parents, elder parents, my children, or when I'm at work? What is it that I can do so that when I wake up every day, I also feel fulfilled, happy, balanced, and like I matter? You deserve to feel good. And I challenge you to do the work necessary to get you to that space. It's only in this space that you will find true happiness. So, if you're not sure how to get there, reach out. Maybe I can help you find that place, and maybe you can finally get wherever it is that you want to go. Why not give yourself the opportunity to get there and live your life in ways that truly matter? Find out what it is that makes you tick. Thank you so much for checking in, and until next time.